begin our fishing masterclass. My name is Mathew Powell. I've come here today to the Riddings fishery just off the A5. We're going to go through bomb fishing in the winter and hopefully catch a few fish. Right, I'm just going to run you through the setup that I'm going to use today. First of all, we'll start with the rod. The rod is a Cresta Identity rod, 11 foot. It's important to have an 11-foot rod because you really want to be able to search through your peg. So it's a decent chuck today. I mean, halfway to middle lakes, probably 40-50 turns of the reel. So you need to be able to cast there, and I think an 11-foot rod is you're able to do that. Running down to the tip that I've got in the rod, it's a 3/4 ounce tip. Now that might shock quite a few people because you're normally used to an ounce, ounce and a half, 2 ounce. The reason I'm using 3/4 is I'm using a 3/4 ounce lead. So in the winter I want all of my rig balanced, completely balanced, from the rod, from the reel, rod, line, hook, everything needs to be balanced for fishing bomb and bread and bomb and corn. Whatever bomb fishing you need to be fishing, it needs to be balanced. So just going to the tip again quickly. It's a 3/4 ounce and I've got a 3/4 ounce Guru lead on. And then my hook length is, I'm going to start at 12 inches, and then throughout the day, if I'm getting loads of line bites I can reduce it. If I'm getting no bites at all, I can come further off the bottom with the bread. Equally with the corn, if I'm starting on a 12-inch hook length, I'm getting loads of line bites, I can shorten it or I can make it longer. So with them little tips there, hopefully that's the setup. I'm going to get fishing now. Right, so starting baits for the bomb. This time of year, my go-to bait would be bread, 100%. It's a nice bright visual target bait, and normally this time of year the fish are normally just off the bottom. So with pop-up bread you can pop it up 6 inches, 8 inches, 10 inches, 12, how many inches you want. Start at 12 inches with pop-up bread, and then if I have loads of liners or I haven't had many bites, I'll shorten it down. If I start getting liners but no fish, then I'll change to corn, double corn, single corn, and obviously that's going to be on the bottom. So obviously a little bit of a twitch your bait all the time. Just try and make a fish entice into taking your bait. Fish are predatory fish, they hunt on seeing it, so if you twitch it they'll attack it. So hopefully those few little tips there will start making you catch fish in winter. Right, before we quickly mention the rig, I'm just going to go in a little bit more detail about the rig, because people get this bomb and bread fishing really wrong, and to be fair, it can't be any more simpler, as you'll see in the rig now. So basically what we've got is we've got 6 pound Daiwa sensor line, just off the shelf, 6 pound. as you can see there, to a guru lead, like a pear-shaped lead, to a snap link swivel running on the line, free running. There's nothing there along the line. That lead can run all the way down the line if it wants. Then we've just got another snap link swivel there to put my hook link on, and it makes it a lot easier to put a snap link swivel on because you can take a hook link off, put it on really quick and really efficiently. So in the winter you want to maximise the time you're in the water. So by having one of those, click off, click on, really quick. 12-inch hook link of 019 fluorocarbon. Now fluorocarbon for me is a must when fishing on the lead, because one, it's straight, doesn't kink, and if your bait's popping up off the bottom, it's going to be straight. So the straighter your hook link is, the more positive bite you're going to get from these fish, and even if they just touch it, you're going to have an indication on your tip straight away. And then all we've got then is a size 14 Guru QN1 and about a 15mm hair to a core and quick stop. You really cannot get any more simpler than that than fishing the lead. It's so simple, and hopefully use this and you can catch a few fish. Bomb and bread fishing day. This is the second carp I've had now, and as you can see he's nearly into double figures. We've had to search the peg a little bit, but I've cast this well to the left and it's gone round within 30 seconds. So what a beautiful fish. Right, we're getting back. Right, so we've run through the baits, my setup. I'm just going to run through quickly how I go about fishing the peg. Because you've got a load of open water, it's necessarily a little bit different to fishing the pole. So I'm fishing a bomb. So what you're trying to achieve is you're trying to split your peg up into different sections. And what you've got to try and do is, because it's a big expanse of water that you're fishing in, the fish could be anywhere. You know, they could be to the right of you, 10 metres down your peg, they could be 10 metres to the left of your peg, in front of you, short, long, wherever. So the best tip I can give you is just try and explore your peg. So what I tend to do is I cut my peg into 4 sections. So I go 45 degrees to my right, chuck out there. If permitting the pegs that are in and the anglers that are around, I can do that. If I can't do that, I'll just chuck out slightly to my right and then just slowly edge round my peg on different distances. So I'll start at like 30-40 turns, no fish there, go a little bit further out, say 45, 50 turns. If I start getting liners and a few little bites, I'll just persevere there and I'll just keep edging around my swim until I start having a few pulls. Then when you start having a few pulls, you want to concentrate on that area, get your bait in that area, sit there 10-15 minutes at a time with bread on. If the tip doesn't go, move. You need to keep working your bait. You know, it's the fish are just cruising round. They're not really doing anything. They're just snatching at bait. So what you want to do is chuck in, leave your tip on the floor, leave your bomb on the floor, I should say. Keep a nice slack line and just wait for your tip to go round. If it doesn't go round within 15 minutes, it's pointless fishing. You need to move. So hopefully those few little tips will make you catch a few more fish in winter, and it definitely works for me, so give it a go. Right, we've ended the session. I just want to say quickly thank you to the Riddings Pools for having me today and seeing our fishing masterclass. I've had a brilliant day's fishing yet again with the lads. I've had 40 £50 worth of carp, and then probably 20–30 pound of skimmers. We started on the bomb and bread, popped up off the bottom. We've had these few nice carp in here, and then it went a little bit dead. I think the carp had a bit of a sulk, and then we started putting some corn in, sort of just past the pole line, just flicking 5–6 grains of corn out, and we've had all these skimmers and a nice little bonus tench as well. So brilliant day's fishing. Thanks very much for watching. Tight lines.